Good morning, everybody. This is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. The storm appears to have passed, but I'm going to show you the result of all the rain that we had, and I'm telling you it was torrential. Okay, so here we go. Now remember, here's my mailbox. I'm going to point to it over there so they don't get my address in there. But all that rain we had, do you notice where the water line is? Look at the water. It never gets up there. It never gets up there. There's fake erosion. So here's the water. It's coming down the county road. It's coming down this portion of my property, top of the hill. Where does water go? It goes from the hill. It's called gravity, folks. Gravity. It goes down here, here, here. Oh, and look at all this. Where did this come from? It looks like the criminals intentionally blocked this off. Look at this. Look at all of this over here. Look at this, guys. They blocked it off. I've never seen it like this before. But yeah, but that's what the criminals do. So anyway, so the water is coming down the hill, going down to the culvert along the county road behind my mailbox. And we'll show you where the water's going and where it doesn't go. Look. I showed you this yesterday, that they're destroying the property. They're deliberately picking off the soil and rock. It's not naturally occurring, folks. Oh, and for the loser that said that I was schizophrenic, I reported you for misinformation and then blocked you, okay? So keep creating those new profiles. I'll keep blocking you. So here you go, everybody. Jackson County, Kentucky. We had torrential rain, but guess where the water line is? Look. It never gets up that high. Never, never, never. Oh, and let's go see the county creek. Yeah, this is the good part, guys. Okay, check it out. Check out the creek. So that little culvert, the water pushes so far. It's so forceful. It comes out this end, pushes everything out of its way. You see how it pushed all the leaves out of its way, and it's roaring. It's just roaring. And while we're here, let's take a walk down the county road and I'll show you what they did up here. I'm going to show you. Yeah. Now, when the former owner lived here, Travis Sparks, he lived here also for 30 years, just the way I lived for 30 years at 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey. And look at what they've done to the side of the road. But this is only on my property. You walk down to my neighbors, they don't have any of this going alongside of their road. Only mine. So here, let's take a walk. Let's take a walk. So yes, this is Travis Sparks Way right here. Travis Sparks Way. This property here, 1.67 acres, that my neighbors were trying to claim as their own. But here, and this is what they're doing here. And see, look, this is the way the water flows. So I'm going to show you what Judge Gabbard did. I think it was 2020. Oh, here it says some bitchcraft, guys. Here. So this is the way the water flows. You know, it flows from top to bottom. It doesn't flow upward. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well on this Thursday. And actually, it looks like the sun could peek through, but this is the mess that they've done to my property here. I paid somebody close to $4,000 to clean this. That's right. And then I did it again. And they keep destroying my property. Destroying the land everywhere. So here's my house there. There's my house right there. And that's all the land. And this is I'm going to just call it the little bridge. Okay, I'm going to show you what they did here. Please bear with me. Here, look. This is the Freemason arch embedded in the county road opposite my property. And you can see all these cracks here. This is where they repaired the road. I think it was 2020 or 2021. But you can see there's no guardrail here and it's cracking already. Look, check it out. There's no rebar. There's no rebar. There's no rebar on this underneath this bridge. No rebar. Judge Gabbard did this. He authorized this, and he had the audacity in writing to tell me FEMA told him to do it like this. Lie, lie, lie. Through the FOIA request, there's no such thing. So meanwhile, what he did was he put a plastic PVC pipe right here so that all the leaves and water could flow in that direction. But he's so ignorant. See, water doesn't flow this way. Water flows downhill. Oh, and here's another one of these. This is why people are so unhealthy here. Let me show you. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew. That's why they're so unhealthy here. Mountain Dew. But I'm just picking up some branches. So anyway, he installs this PVC culvert that has never been here before. And what does he do? Check it out. It's pointed towards my property. It already tore down a tree. And look at it. Is there any water dripping out of there? Do you see how far out it goes? Let me show you. You see that? For all you engineers out there, and by the way, that's all, that belongs to me. That's all part of this property, okay? So this is what Judge Gabbard authorized. You see that? Not only is it an eyesore, but it's non-functional. And there are no nets on it, so animals can go in and out of there, get caught up in there. And with all the rain we had, you see how roaring the county road is. Do you see one friggin' drop of water coming out of this culvert? Check it out. Not a drop. It's useless. This was a harassment technique. And also, I'm no civil engineer. I'm no civil engineer. I've studied psychology. But I'm going to tell you that this doesn't make any sense to me, to have a PVC pipe underneath a bridge. Underneath a bridge that carries all these criminals every day. Look at this. All of this right here. Right here. And that's the Christian Appalachian Project. Yes, they're involved in my harassment. And look at what they did here to the property. So you've got an X over there, a tree over there. They're just all these trees have come down just recently. And you want to see what else they've done here? Look. This is all alongside my property. Look at this. You see this? Where is this? Look at this. Asphalt. Where's this asphalt coming from? They're just putting it alongside the property. Oh, and you know what I think they're doing? They're telling the new criminals where I live. Right? That's what they're doing. They're telling the new criminals where I live. They're making the property look horrible. And this is an evidentiary video, too. I'm showing you. You see the asphalt? Where's this asphalt coming from? It looks like somebody deliberately placed it here. Right? They deliberately place it here. Look, where did it come from? I don't know. But also, this is the little bridge. I'm just picking up some branches here. And throwing this out of the way It doesn't belong here. This is the way they're lining my property. This is witchcraft because this asphalt didn't come from anywhere. It's like they deliberately placed it here. Do you see along here? This is evidence. Men and women, boys and girls. This is what they're doing to me in Jackson County, Kentucky. They're doing everything so that my property doesn't sell. Making it look ugly. Is this unbelievable? And we'll give a shout out to Judge Gabbard. He's supposed to maintain the county roads, right? Judge Gabbard, Shane Gabbard, claims to be a minister. And what's this? Look at this. This might be something that they stole from my property somewhere, right? This is bitchcraft. So anyway, I'm picking up branches here. I just want you to see what they've done here. I want you to see it. I want you to see what they've done here. Don't you go waving at me when you're involved in gang stalking. You know what's going on here. You shut your mouth. So anyway, the guardrail that was here to prevent anybody from falling in is gone. When the judge repaired the county road here, the little bridge, he never replaced it. He didn't replace it. So yeah, so there's garbage everywhere. Garbage, frigging, everywhere on my property. On this property, there's garbage everywhere. Look at this. This is so... Do you have any idea how busy I am every day? And to have to clean up everybody's mess every day. There's another mess on this property every day. This is beyond evil. It's just beyond evil. And, you know, Karen Stewart wrote that flyer, Department of Homeland Security Make Work for Morons program. They make work for targeted individuals. This is not natural. To be assaulted like this every day, several times a day, to do this to somebody's land, to do this to somebody's property. Oh, this is bitchcraft, by the way. They bring this with them. They carve the bark off. I find it everywhere. So anyway, I'm just going to keep this rolling so that you can see the chunks of asphalt that they dumped alongside my property. Oh, and here's a nail. Oh no, that's not a nail. Chunks and chunks of asphalt everywhere, lining the property with branches. Like here. But anyway, you know, I've had other targeted people say, you know what, I was like you. I was photographing everything, and then I stopped. I needed my peace of mind. Well, I need my peace of mind too, but I'm not going to shut up. They want you to shut up. They want you to stop. They want you to coalesce. That's not going to happen with me. I want it exposed. I want it exposed, what they're doing to me exposed, and exposing the people. Like Judge Shane Gabbard, County Lawyer Ross Murray, Sheriff Daniel Isaacs, the mayor, the governor. Yeah, our governor, Andy Beshear. Yeah, he knows what's going on. But he'd rather think that Kentucky is going to be part of Davos, right? The World Economic Forum. He thinks that Kentucky is going to be part of that. Well, our president, by the way, our president doesn't have an interest in the World Economic Forum. He wants to be removed from the World Economic Forum. And here's another one. Here, look. This is what they do. This is why people here are not healthy. Here, you little gang stalkers, come and get your garbage. Come and get your trash. So anyway, I'm going back home, and this is what they've done. Branches everywhere. And still those tire marks from the fall, from, I call him the Zoom boy up the block, the criminal up the block, they're still here. Even after all the rain. So, you know, I've had losers in the comment section say, oh, that happens to me too, but it'll disappear. Well, it hasn't yet. It's still here. And you see how the water flows down and how useless that PVC pipe was, except as a harassment technique. So this is where the water is flowing. And yeah, I mean, the one thing about Kentucky is, you know, California, they have droughts and everything. We always have water. Always. You can catch hundreds of gallons of water here. Hundreds of gallons of water. But this is what the judge did here. So he artificially built this up, and now we've got a pool of water here because he did not grade it properly, and because instead of concrete there should be rock here. Because the rock, the water allows the rock allows the water to sift through it, but this concrete leaves a puddle of water right here, which in the wintertime turns to ice. Right? And it's going to crack. See, it's cracking already. Yeah, Judge Shane Gabbard. What a loser. He needs to be removed. We need to get rid of him. And also he's a hypocrite because he's involved in gang stalking. Gang stalking of me. Lying about FOIA requests. Yeah, he lies. And then he claims to be a minister of sorts. So anyway, I'm going to get off my horse here. Just show you one more time the county creek. And where the water level doesn't go. Okay, so the water level does not go up there. It just doesn't do it.